You know what they say, another video, another day. Just kidding, no one says that. Hey guys, welcome back. Slade, grade level collectibles. What even is, I totally forgot my motto. Hold on. I don't say my motto enough. I need to get back in the habit of saying it. Ah, there it is. Hey guys, Slade, grade level collectibles, driven by passion, motivated by nostalgia to buy, sell, and educate people in the world of collectibles. There it is. There's my motto. Hey guys, another day. Wanted to talk about my experience so far grading with Gamestop. I know that was a whole newsworthy. It was everywhere. It was just like, oh, Pokemon or GameStop can grade your collectibles now, and specifically with PSA. And I, was very skeptical first because there has been some news stories that have come out with GameStop losing cards, which is not the best to start out. Losing losing hundreds of thousands of dollars of cards. That was huge. I know Rattle did a whole video on that, and I actually don't even know. I don't even know the follow up. The guy could still be out 300,000. I don't know, but I was talking to a GameStop employee the other day, and he said he had really good success grading through GameStop. It takes a lot of headache away from myself. For those who do not submit to PSA and have never graded cards, first you have to obviously consolidate all the cards together. You have to put them in, semi sleeves. And then you have to, obviously, you have to do this regardless. You have to, look at the card, make sure it's all good and not a crappy, possibly PSA 1 card. And what am I doing? I'm missing, oh my gosh. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But there's a lot of things that can be alleviated from this, that can be alleviated going through GameStop versus doing it on your own. One huge thing, a huge headache for myself, is I have to go in and search through every single card. Okay, what card is this? Okay, what set is this from? Can I even find it in the PSA system? Click it all together, make my own shipping. The cost of shipping too, like next day, next 2 days, whatever, is like $10 per package. So it's not a lot when you can consolidate packages into 30 30 cards in one package. $10 divided by 30 is obviously 30 cents per card, and so it's a lot of alleviation of that of those problems that or just headaches. So I talked to this GameStop employee and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? And so he said he submitted his cards. They got back quicker than the normal PSA wise, and so that got me thinking, like, okay, I can alleviate that headache and I can give back cheaper. I have a PSA membership, so I submit at $13, $14. I think it's $15 or $16 to submit, but still the $2 extra for per card is worth it to alleviate those headaches of you're spending the cash anyway to get them shipped, because it's free shipping through GameStop, as well as the headache of alleviating searching every single card, as well as possible faster, as well as through GameStop. If you are a pro member, you get like 3% cash back or something. So all the upcharges, all the price of submissions, they all go toward your 3%. So you can use that money for other things. Like I did like 2 submissions, big submissions, and bought a whole. I took advantage of that GameStop Black Friday deal, which is $20 per ETB. That was amazing. It had like $20, $25 in GameStop exclusive or GameStop points. So I used that money for. I bought my wife the Princess Peach game for Switch, Princess Peach Showtime, and she absolutely loved the crap out of that game. And so that was a good little perk. And we bought recently the Jamboree, the Mario Party Jamboree. Holy cow, that game is fun. But before I get into any more of this, I didn't realize, but my colors are off. I gotta change. New day, new color. I gotta have. It can't just be my face and a little bit of blue and some white over there. I gotta add some. I gotta create a good picture. Let's see what do we wanna create for today. Let's see. Nice blue and pink. It's like a gender review party in here. I think that's good. I think that looks decent. All right, so what I was talking about? Oh yeah, GameStop. So all that kind of came into realization. I'm like, okay, let me try this out real quick. And so I went in there. Really nice lady. A lot of them obviously are very new to, never graded a card. Obviously, I'm talking about GameStop. Going in there, the employees never have done like a submission before or anything of compiling the cards. So how it works is that you bring the cards. You want to preferably they accept them in like what you don't have to be semi hard sleeves or semi whatever where the normal grading sleeves that you put them into. They don't have to be that. They can be a top loader, just a regular top loader. I wouldn't suggest it because the cards, if they're jumbled around, they can very easily fall out of that card or out of that top loader. So I'd very much, if you have to do it that way, tape over the top of them or do something. Bundle them together, tape over the top, something so they don't fall out. But I went in there, hey, I want to submit some cards, and some GameStops absolutely do not do it. You have to check with your local GameStop if they do it. There's probably someone in the area that does it, but I had to go to the specific GameStop, went in, hey, got cards. Say, okay, great. How many cards you got? They verify you have them all or whatever. They lay them out, and they have this iPad. They go up and take a picture of the whole spread of cards, and they only take the front pictures. And once that is verified, and they verify there's that many kind of cards there, they say, hey, it's this price, pay it, and then it's $15 a card, so they pay the price, and then they print out all these stickers. These stickers are like price tags or whatever, not price tags, but little like ID bar things. They put them on the back of your cards in the cases. And once they stick down every single one, they scan it to your account, and then you bundle it back up and you put it in a bag and you give it to them. Then the store owners have told me that once they get around 20 cards, that only the store owners ship off your cards. So there's that security. It's not like Joe Schmo that was hired for $14 an hour that's doing it. It's actually the store owners. And I don't know if all of them are doing this, but the people I've talked to are the ones who I get this information from. So once they have about 20 cards, they then ship off your order. So that could be a contingency where you could bring it in. You could bring in 5 cards 2 weeks ago, but they didn't have 20 cards until last week. All your cards are actually being shipped off, that past week, not the time that you bring it in. Because it's like it's kind of what other companies were doing back in 2020, where they were submitting a whole bunch of cards together, like bulk submissions, and bulk and PSA are 20 cards. So far, I've shipped them off. They've shipped them off for me. I have about 50 cards in grading with PSA through GameStop. We'll see when I get them back. The oldest submission I submitted, I think, was November 15th, so about like a month ago. Yeah, literally a month ago. And haven't heard any word back from them. Hopefully they didn't lose them. I didn't submit any high tier cards. It's maybe a totalization, like I said, 50 cards, maybe a total value wise of a couple $100. It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. Below $1,000 of all these cards. It's nothing crazy in valuation. Obviously, it's a lot of money, $1,000, but maybe $500, $600, $700, something like that. So. If they all get lost, oh well, GameStop will just pay me back all the money for that. So it's a lot less headache. And I have submitted cards outside of GameStop, just because if something happens or if it is slower or faster, I understand what, how long it's regularly takes versus GameStop. So it's been a good experience so far. And I've been heavily submitting right now, and when I say heavily submitted, I'm not like sending thousands of cards off to be graded. I think in grading right now, I think I have upwards of like 120 cards, and that's specifically because in January, I have Culture Collision coming up. So Culture Collision, I didn't go to this past one in September, I think it was, November time frame. I'm doing the one in January, and then I have the CollectCon coming up in February of Atlanta. So if you want to come see me, come see my booth, you'll see my whole logo, and I'll post on Instagram and everything where I'll specifically be. It's I think I'm section 57. I know we're in Culture Collision. I am like right by the door. Like I'm walk up and you'll probably see me. I'm in the when you walk in, it's like the section like by the door when you walk in, that section that you see on the right. It's not that one, but it's one over, and I'm like in between those. And so I'll have all my cards there. I'll have like what I'm thinking about doing is I'll have a display of all kind of like high tier end cards that I'm not really wanting to sell, but just to get attraction to people to come over and see my booth, everything. I'll probably bring all my ponchos, which obviously, like I said, I do not want to sell those, but I'll have them over there as display for people to look up, because there's going to be ponchos there, obviously, but probably not all of them. So a lot of people haven't seen all the ponchos, so I'll bring those. I'll probably bring my Rayquaza, Gold Star Rayquaza PZ9, just because I don't want to sell it, but I kind of want to show it off and tell the story and and a lot of people haven't seen that card in such a high grade. Obviously, PSA 10s are around, but they're probably not at Culture Collision. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that in January 19th, I think, for Culture Collision, and then February 7th, February 14th, something like that, for CollectCon. So that's going to be fun. But like I said, I need more inventory. I have a lot of sealed, but sealed doesn't do well at these conventions. I've found out, especially Japanese, probably other sealed, obviously like Surging Sparks and all that stuff, probably does really well. But from my experience, Japanese doesn't do entirely well at all. So probably won't bring any sealed, and it's just so bulky to like bring it all and everything. So probably won't bring that. But I am very excited for that and looking forward to that. So again, just wanted to share my experience with Gamestop. When I actually get the submission back, I'll break more in detail. Like, okay, I think they, with the time frame, the cost, and I think it would be if I get the cards, if I get the cards back in a pretty good decent amount of time, I will probably use them more in the future, because you don't have to have PSA with membership. And there's a lot of different benefits. You don't have to enter it in. You don't have to create your own shipping, all that. Maybe it's a little bit better if you have like 200 plus cards submitting at once. You want to do the PSA route. But if you're doing like 10 card, 20 card submissions, probably better to do GameStop, especially if it's a similar or even less time frame than a normal submission. So that's my 2 cents in the matter. Obviously, there's you probably don't want to submit your first edition Chalice Charizard through GameStop. Probably don't want to do that. You probably don't want a 15-hour employee to see that and to pack it up for you or whatever and be in a desk or be in a cabinet for ship out by someone you don't know. Probably don't want to do that. But definitely cards underneath $400, $500 raw probably would, and obviously especially $10, $20 cards, probably want to do the GameStop route. So that's all I got. Until next time, and before you guys go, if you guys have any questions or anything, put it in the comments, subscribe, do all the things, and I look forward to seeing and hearing from you all. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.